Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before us lies the Lenovo ThinkPad X220. Released in 2011, this machine is regarded by many enthusiasts as the last true ThinkPad. It features the classic 7-row keyboard, a robust magnesium alloy roll cage, and a level of serviceability modern laptops can only dream of. However, it is rather old. Windows 10 struggles to run smoothly on it. Windows 11 is no longer officially supported either. So, how can we keep this machine going for another 5 years? The answer lies in Bodhi Linux, specifically its App Pack edition. Bodhi is built upon Ubuntu, ensuring stability, yet it employs the Moksha Desktop environment, a fork of enlightenment. It is exceptionally lightweight, boasts a distinctive visual aesthetic, and arguably ranks among the swiftest interfaces for aging hardware. Today, I shall demonstrate the entire process on this ThinkPad X220 from preparing the installation to actually using Bodhi Linux 7.0 pack. This is a genuine device, genuine configuration, genuine usage. This is a complete, practical installation demonstration. So if you favor lightweight Linux, older hardware, the classic ThinkPad series, and slow, detailed explanations, you've come to the right place. Before commencing the installation, let us ensure all necessary items are at hand. Consider this our pre-flight checklist. First, your ThinkPad X220. Ensure it is fully charged, or ideally remain plugged into the mains throughout the process. Second, a USB drive with at least 8 GB capacity. This will serve as our installation medium. Third, a reliable internet connection. We require this to download the Bodhi Linux ISO file. Fourth, download the ISO and create a bootable USB on another computer. Finally, if your ThinkPad X220 hard drive contains any important data, back it up immediately. Once you have all these items ready, we can proceed to the next step. Our first step is to obtain the Bodhi Linux ISO file. This step requires a functional computer with an internet connection. Open your web browser, search for Bodhi Linux on Google, and visit the official Bodhi Linux website. On the Bodhi Linux official website, click Download. You will see multiple versions of Bodhi Linux available. For this guide, we need to locate the download link for the App Pack version. Click the download button beside it. The web page will then redirect to the SourceForge download page, where the download will commence after the countdown concludes. The Bodhi Linux ISO file size is approximately 2.1 GB, so please be patient while it downloads. During the download process, we need to prepare a tool to write the Bodhi Linux ISO file to a USB drive, making it bootable. I have chosen Banana Etcher. It is cross-platform, free, and extremely easy to use. Please download and install Etcher on your current computer. After downloading the Bodhi Linux ISO file and installing Etcher, insert your USB drive. Open Etcher, select the downloaded Bodhi Linux ISO file, then choose your USB drive as the target drive. Please double-check that you have selected the correct drive. Choosing the wrong one may erase important data on other drives. Click Flash and let Etcher work its magic. This process may take several minutes, depending on the speed of your USB drive. Upon completion, you will receive a confirmation message. Do not format the USB drive afterwards, simply eject it safely. Once the bootable USB is ready, we insert it into the ThinkPad X220. Power on the ThinkPad X220, then press the F1 key to enter the BIOS utility settings. Within the BIOS, navigate to the Startup section, then press the F9 key to restore default settings. Subsequently, we set the UEFI legacy boot priority to UEFI only. Afterwards, we press the F10 key to save and exit. At this point, the ThinkPad X220 will reboot. When the ThinkPad boot screen reappears, we press the F12 key to enter the boot menu. Within the boot menu, we select to boot from USB HDD and press the Enter key to confirm the selection. We now see the Bodhi Linux boot menu. There are numerous options here, but for a smooth standard installation on older hardware, the default selection is usually the best choice. Here we select Try Bodhi. Unless you are certain you require it, ensure you choose the option without any special boot parameters. Next, press the Enter key to confirm our selection. Your ThinkPad X220 laptop will boot directly from your USB drive into a fully functional live environment of Bodhi Linux. This is a Bodhi Linux system running entirely from your USB device without accessing your internal hard drive. Even on older hardware like the ThinkPad X220, Bodhi Linux loads quite swiftly. Within approximately 1 minute, we were presented with Bodhi Linux's attractive live desktop. The live desktop environment of Bodhi Linux is truly excellent, allowing you to test whether all hardware on your ThinkPad X220 functions correctly. This includes components such as Wi-Fi, audio, touchpad, keyboard, and USB ports. It provides an opportunity to identify any compatibility issues before proceeding with installation. You may access existing drives within the live environment. Should you not have cleared your data, you may copy any required files, though you should have backed them up beforehand. Within Bodhi Linux's live desktop environment, you may also test or trial the operating system's various features. This ensures Bodhi Linux is compatible with your ThinkPad X220's hardware prior to installation. If all tests proceed without issue, we may proceed with the installation. Upon the Bodhi Linux Live desktop, you will observe an icon labeled Install Bodhi Linux. Double-clicking this will launch the installer, whereupon a welcome window shall appear. Bodhi Linux typically employs a customized Calamares installer. This graphical program is straightforward to operate and exceptionally user-friendly, guiding us step by step through the entire installation process. Step 1. Select your preferred language. This is typically set to your default language. You may view and select other languages by clicking the drop-down menu. Click Continue to proceed. Step 2. Select your keyboard layout. You may also test it in the provided text box. Click Continue to proceed. Step 3. Tick the boxes to install third-party graphics drivers, Wi-Fi hardware drivers, and additional media format support software. Click Continue to proceed. Step 4. Select the installation type, which is the most crucial step. For most users, particularly if this is your sole operating system, or you can erase everything on the ThinkPad X220 hard drive, choose Erase Disk, and install Bodhi. This is the simplest option and is strongly recommended for most users installing Bodhi Linux as the sole operating system on a ThinkPad X220. It will erase your entire hard drive and automatically create the necessary partitions. If you choose this option, ensure you have backed up your data. After selecting the installation type, the installer will ask you to confirm changes to the disk. Read the warnings carefully and only click Continue when absolutely certain. Step 5. Localization settings. Tap your location on the map or enter your city. This will set your time zone, ensuring your clock remains accurate. Step 6. Create your user account. Enter your name, computer name, username, and password. You may also choose to log in automatically or require a password for login. Ensure you remember your password, as it will be required for future system logins and administrative tasks. Step 7. The system begins installation. During this period, the installer will copy files, install the operating system, and configure all settings. On this ThinkPad X220 laptop, the Bodhi Linux installation process actually took less than 8.5 minutes. Throughout this time, you will observe a progress bar alongside a Bodhi Linux promotional slideshow. Step 8. Complete the installation. The installer will indicate that Bodhi Linux has been successfully installed. This is truly gratifying. Now select Restart Now to apply the new operating system. During the restart process, once the screen goes black, it is absolutely essential that you remove the USB installation media. This prevents your ThinkPad X220 from attempting to boot from the USB again. As the ThinkPad boot screen bearing the Intel and Lenovo logos reappears, this ThinkPad X220 approaches its pivotal moment. We observe the Bodhi Linux boot sequence. No error messages. No delays. Everything appears clean. Upon first booting Bodhi Linux, we encounter Moksha settings, where we select our default language. The freshly installed Bodhi Linux begins loading. We've booted successfully. Blimey, that was quick. After rebooting, reaching the desktop took approximately 20 seconds. Bodhi Linux's boot time is significantly faster than any commercial operating system achieved on this 2011 hardware. This is the Moksha Desktop. This is the freshly installed Bodhi Linux 7.0 app pack, running on a ThinkPad X220. Very clean, very minimal. The desktop wallpaper is simple. Bodhi Linux's main menu resides in the bottom left corner, with its applications logically grouped. Accessories, Internet, Office, Multimedia, and System tools are all here. But nothing feels bloated. For a freshly installed Linux system, the first task should be checking for updates. Although the Bodhi Linux ISO is current, new security patches and software updates are constantly released. Next, we'll update the system via the command line using the terminal. The terminal is both powerful and efficient. You can launch it by clicking its icon or using the shortcut control +Alt+T. First, type sudo apt update and press enter. You will be prompted for your password. This command refreshes the list of available packages. At this point, you can enter apt list --upgradable to view software eligible for upgrading. Subsequently, type sudo apt-get dist-upgrade and press enter. This displays a list of all upgradable packages. Press Y for yes to proceed with the upgrade. This ensures you possess all the latest security patches and software, representing a crucial first step in safeguarding security and stability. On this ThinkPad X220, the initial Bodhi Linux update downloaded 1425 MB of archive files and installed them in approximately 5.5 minutes. Once the updates are installed, we must restart the computer to apply the newly installed updates. In the coming days, I intend to explore Bodhi Linux while discussing why I chose to install it on my ThinkPad X220. Let us begin with the ThinkPad X220 itself, a truly legendary machine. Even in 2026, this device retains a fervent following that would make some modern smartphone brands green with envy. Released in 2011, the ThinkPad X220 was Lenovo's last laptop to feature the iconic true 7-row tactile keyboard before the company transitioned to island-style keyboards. For many writers and programmers, the ThinkPad X220 is the holy grail. But the question remains, can a laptop powered by a Sandy Bridge processor, specifically the Intel Core i5-25520M or A7620M, truly handle modern web browsing and everyday tasks today? This is where the software comes into play. Attempt to run a bloated modern operating system, and you'll hear the fans screaming. So today, we've paired it with something special, the Bodhi Linux 7.0.0 app pack. The ThinkPad X220 is renowned for its modular design. You can upgrade the memory to 16 GB, add an MSAT solid-state drive, or even swap out the TN panel for an IPS display if you previously had one. The 1366 by 768 resolution is decidedly retro by today's standards, yet it proves remarkably effective for focused work. We'll delve into why this particular size makes it the ultimate distraction-free device. So, why choose Bodhi? There are many lightweight distributions available: Ubuntu, Antiques, Puppy Linux, and so forth. Why opt for Bodhi 7.0? It all revolves around the Moksha Desktop environment. Bodhi is based on Ubuntu 22.4 LTS, providing a solid foundation. But instead of using GNOME or KDE, it employs Moksha, a fork of Enlightenment DR17. In Sanskrit, moksha actually means liberation. Quite so, it liberates your hardware resources. Bodhi requires less than 300 MB of memory to run when idle. Consider this: your ThinkPad X220 boasts 4 GB or 8 GB of RAM. You allocate only a fraction to the operating system, reserving the remainder for the resources you genuinely require. Why opt for the App Pack Edition? Typically, Bodhi is designed with extreme minimalism. It doesn't even include printer drivers by default. The App Pack Edition, however, is fully featured. It comes pre-installed with LibreOffice, VLC, GIMP, and a suite of tools, making it a ready-to-use solution. For ThinkPad X220 users, this application pack eliminates the need to spend hours painstakingly searching for software within the terminal. When editing this video, I'd been using this setup for a week. What struck me first? Boot times. Using a standard SATA SSD, boot times typically didn't exceed 15 seconds. And Moksha's desktop felt as though it were suspended in mid-air. Every operation was instantaneous. Press the super key and type text, and the menu would appear immediately, without any of that peculiar lag found on modern Windows 10 machines. As for the battery, those old 9-cell or 6-cell batteries always had that issue. Because Bodhi utilizes the CPU so sparingly, battery life has increased by about 20% compared to when I used Windows 10. A battery that's nearly a decade old now manages 4 to 5 hours of continuous writing. We should also mention the terminology terminal. It's one of Bodhi's coolest features. You can preview images and videos directly within the terminal window. On the X220 hardware, it feels distinctly cyberpunk. So, what's the key point? This combination setup of the ThinkPad X220 and Bodhi Linux 7.0 app pack. Who is this for? I reckon it's for students on a tight budget, writers who want the best keyboard ever, and Linux enthusiasts who detest planned obsolescence. The ThinkPad X220 and Bodhi Linux 7.0 aren't merely about saving money. They represent a different computing philosophy. It's intentional, it's fast. Honestly, it's genuinely fun. This is a love letter to old-school computing. That's all for today. Find yourself an old ThinkPad, flash a USB drive, and keep those vintage fans wearing. Have you installed Linux on a ThinkPad X220 laptop? Have you installed Bodhi Linux on an older laptop? Which vintage machine have you revived using Linux? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the show notes. Thank you for watching, and I hope this has been helpful. See you in the next video.